Hey film fans, my name is David, this is Film Collector Archive, and today we're talking the Criterion Flash Sale. As always, I am very excited to bring you more Criterion content to the channel. Today we're going to be featuring on the Criterion Flash Sale. So these are titles that I picked up during the flash sale that happened in October. Now, at time of filming and publishing this video, we are in the midst of the Barnes Noble November 50% off Criterion sale. Stay tuned because later in the month I will be featuring content centered on that sale, so orders or titles rather that I pick up in store from Barnes Noble. But for this video, these are titles that I ordered direct from Criterion via their 24-hour flash sale. Now we have a healthy stack of films here, so I'm going to just kind of lightning round through these as best I can. I'm not going to focus too much time on any one of these titles, but I've got a lot of the great new releases in this stack, as well as a few titles that I've had my eye on for quite some time, especially the last three that I'm going to show you, which are a box set series that I've put off for way too long. Really happy to have them in the collection now. So we'll go ahead and jump right into this. I will tell you as well, just a little disclaimer, I'm not going to be showing the back of each of these cases. For some reason, I think with the lighting, it's really hard for me to get the back of the cases to focus. I shoot with an iPhone. I'm hoping eventually to upgrade my camera equipment, but as of right now, I was shooting some test footage a few minutes ago, and it's just not focusing really well. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get right into this stack. First up, we have Spine number 1100. This is a film directed by Jack Arnold, written by the amazing Richard Matheson, one of my favorite writers of all time, especially for his work on The Twilight Zone. And Steven Spielberg's Duel is another one of my favorites. But this is a film from 1957, one of my favorite years of film. This is The Incredible Shrinking Man. This is a runtime of 81 minutes and is in black and white, and just really, really great cover art here. I really like the style here, the design that they went with. And yeah, just a really stacked release here, including a new 4K digital restoration with uncompressed mono soundtrack and just a ton of supplements on here. If you want to look up on the Criterion site, you can obviously see a list of the full supplements that are available, but really, really stacked release here with The Incredible Shrinking Man. Next up, we have a film from Ramin Bahrani. He has another film in the collection, Chop Shop, that I picked up during the July sale. I wanted to pick up the other film that he has in the collection, and this is at Spine number 1066, and this is Man Push Cart. And I want to apologize as well. I have a neighbor that it seems like the louder that he revs his motorcycle, the cooler he is, I guess. Happens all the time, so I'm sorry if you hear him in the background. This is from 2005 with a runtime of 87 minutes and features a high-definition digital master supervised by Bahrani directly. So that's really cool. And yeah, several really interesting supplements included on this disc as well. Really like the cover art on that as well. All right, next up, we have a documentary. I love documentary films. I have probably way too many of them in my collection, to be honest. But this is Spine number 789. This is directed by Howard Bruckner, and this is Burroughs. The topic here, this focuses on author William S. Burroughs. And I'm really interested in getting to know him. I've never done very much research on William S. Burroughs. I haven't read any of his work. I know there is a film in the collection by Cronenberg, Naked Lunch, that I'm interested, that's based off of the work of Burroughs, and so I figured this would be a good precursor, just a good, maybe a little bit of education to get before I jumped in on that film. So really looking forward to this. This is from 1983 with a runtime of 90 minutes. And this features a new high-definition digital restoration, and several really great supplements included here as well, including a commentary by filmmaker Jim Jarmusch, which would be really, really interesting. I'm getting to be more and more of a fan of Jim Jarmusch and his work, so that'll be a really interesting listen. But yeah, Burroughs, again, at spine number 789. All right, next up, I'm really excited about this. This is a film by Hirokazu Koreeda. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. This is from 1989 and is spine number 1089. So nope, I'm sorry. This is from 1998. Dyslexic David. And spine number 1089. This is Afterlife. Now, I know very little about this film. I've heard Daisuke Beppu talk about this film before. If you're not familiar with his channel, definitely look him up. In terms of, just his content overall is amazing, but he has amazing coverage on the films of the Criterion Collection. But he's talked briefly about this on his channel before, and that really whet my appetite for this purchase and really drove me to a purchase. And I think this is kind of a pseudo documentary. I'm not going to do this with every one of these, but I'll just read the back here. If you could choose only one memory to hold on to for eternity, what would it be? That's the question at the heart of Hirokazu Koreeda's revelatory international breakthrough, a bittersweet fantasia in which the recently deceased find themselves in a limbo realm where they must select a single cherished moment from their life to be recreated on film for them to take into the next world. Okay, so that doesn't sound like a documentary. Not sure what I was remembering Daisuke talking about. Afterlife's high concept premise is grounded in, here we go, Koreeda's documentary-like approach to the material, which he shaped through interviews with hundreds of Japanese citizens. Okay, so maybe some documentary-type aspects come to play here. What emerges is a panoramic vision of the human experience, its ephemeral joys and lingering regrets, and a quietly profound meditation on memory, our interconnectedness, and the amber-like power of cinema to freeze time. That really, really grabbed my attention, and so I'm really looking forward to watching this one. And this features a new 2K digital restoration approved by Koreeda. I need to learn how to pronounce his name properly. Anyways, and then again, this is spine number 1089. Next up, we have another, this is a documentary directed by Jean Roche and Edgar Morin. This is from 1961, spine number 648. This is Chronicle of a Summer. This comes in at a runtime of 90 minutes and is black and white. Features a new 2K digital master from the 2011 Cinetex di Bologna restoration with uncompressed mono soundtrack. So that restoration, done 10 years ago for this film. And again, this is spine number 648. All right, next up, we have another one of the new release titles. I was really excited when this was announced. I'm a huge Humphrey Bogart fan, and I'm getting to be more and more of an Ida Lupino fan. And this is directed by Raoul Walsh. I believe this is his first film in the collection, if I'm not mistaken. This is from 1941. spine number 1099. This is High Sierra. Runtime on this is 100 minutes and features a new 4K digital restoration with uncompressed mono soundtrack. And the really cool thing about this release, this is actually a double feature. So we get High Sierra, and then we also get Walsh's film Colorado Territory, director Raoul Walsh's 1949 Western remake of High Sierra. So that's really, really interesting. I'm a big fan of Westerns, and so to see that as an added bonus feature or supplement on this disc was just really incredible. And I believe Colorado Territory has been really kind of hard to come by on home video, on the home video market. So to have that here as an extra feature, again, is just really, really cool. And just a really stacked release here, including Bogart, Here's Looking at You, Kid, a 1997 documentary aired on the South Bank show. But just a ton of extra features to speak of here for Raoul Walsh's High Sierra. Again, spine number 1099. Next up, we have a film, the only film from Christopher Nolan in the collection. This is one that I've had my eye on for quite some time, one that I passed by during the sales. In fact, most of the time I've had intentions of picking it up, but I find copies that are not in great condition in store, and so I just went ahead and got it during the flash sale. This is spine number 638, and this is Following. The film is from 1999 with a very brief runtime of 70 minutes. I have seen this film, and I'm looking forward to revisiting it. And this features a new restored digital transfer supervised by Christopher Nolan. Not too heavy on supplements on this disc, although I'm really interested to see that this includes Doodlebug from 1997, a 3-minute film by Nolan starring Following's Jeremy Theobald. So really cool. I love it when they include short films from the director on the disc as well. So Following by Christopher Nolan, again, spine number 638. Next up, we have a film by Edward Yang. I am really interested in the work of Edward Yang. I have his, and of course my mind is going to go blank right when it should not. I have his other film in the Criterion collection, and this is Yi Yi. So this is at spine number 339. So this is an older release from the collection. And this is from 2000 with a runtime of 173 minutes. I know his other film has a Brighter Summer Day. Gosh, there it is. I know A Brighter Summer Day has a longer runtime as well. But yeah, 173 minutes here. So just shy of 3 hours on the runtime. And that's in Mandarin with English subtitles. And this features a restored digital transfer with DTS HD master audio soundtrack and several other supplements to speak of on here as well. So this is Yi Yi, and I'm really excited to jump in on this film. Again, spine number 339. All right, next up. So this came as a recommendation from Nathan Hale. If you haven't checked out his channel, Nathan Hale, or I believe his channel now is Nathan's Classics. Really great channel. Highly recommended to check out his. He has Criterion content on a regular basis as well, especially around the sale time. But he was doing a kind of a watch through on Orson Welles' filmography. And one of the films that he brought up that he really enjoyed is a documentary, and it is F for Fake. This is from 1975 with a runtime of 88 minutes and has a high definition digital restoration with uncompressed mono soundtrack. And yeah, Nathan really spoke very highly of this film, and I am an Orson Welles fan for sure, and so that with a documentary, I felt like that was a pair that I could not say no to. So looking forward to F for Fake, and this is spine number 288. All right, next up, another new release. This is a film by Gina Prince Bythewood. This comes in at spine number 1097. This is a film from the year 2000. This is Love and Basketball. This is a film that's evaded me for a long time, one that's always kind of been in my peripheral vision. I've been aware of it for quite a number of years, but I've never had a chance to sit down and watch it. So I'm grateful to have the opportunity to do that now. And this is, like I said, from 2000 with a runtime of 125 minutes. And this does feature a new 4K digital restoration supervised by director Gina Prince Bythewood, featuring additional footage cut from the original release. So we're essentially getting an extended version of the film here. Again, the runtime is 125 minutes. I'm not sure what the theatrical runtime was for this film, but it looks like we just get the one extended cut. So you don't get the theatrical cut, you just get the extended cut here on this disc. And a very healthy supplement package is offered here as well. So really great to see. Love and Basketball, again, spine number 1097. And I love the, I know you're probably not going to be able to tell on here, but there's a basketball kind of print or pattern on the side, on the spine here, that's actually a really cool finish on the side there. But really excited for that one. Next up, we have a film by D.A. Pennebaker, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, documentary filmmaker of all time. He has several titles in the collection, all of which are well worth owning. And this is a new release at spine number 1090. This is Original Cast Album Company. This is from 1970 with a very brief runtime here of 53 minutes. But there is a great supplement package here as well. So you might be looking at that, and then the price point. This comes in at the regular price point of a Criterion disc. But there is a really great supplement package here. This features a new restored 4K digital transfer supervised by Chris Hedges and Nate Pennebaker with uncompressed mono soundtrack, and just a lot to dive into on the supplements here. So this is Original Cast Album Company at spine number 1090. Next up, we have another new release, film by Kaneto Shindo. This is spine number 226, so this is an upgrade from a previous DVD release. And this is from 1964, and this is the film Oni Baba. Now, Shindo has some other films in the collection, and I'll bring up Kira Neko specifically because I had a really great time with that film. Very atmospheric. One of the better, I don't know if you want to tag it necessarily as a horror film. It's a ghost film. It's again, very atmospheric. Really, really enjoyed that one. And so, and then Oni Baba, its reputation precedes it as being a really, really wonderful film. Really looking forward to jumping into this one. I'm probably going to watch this one very, very soon because my interest was immediate when they announced this for release, again from having previously seen Kira Neko. And I believe that he might have one other title in the collection. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Here from 1964, with a runtime of 102 minutes, we do get a high-definition digital restoration with uncompressed mono, and a pretty light supplement package here. We get an audio commentary, interview from 2003, on-location footage shot by Sato, and then a trailer, and then the essay booklet. So, and then the booklet in this one does seem a bit more substantial, though, so really looking forward to reading that as well. But this is Oni Baba at spine number 226. All right, and so we've got 4 titles left. All of these are, so this is a digipack, and then we have 4 box sets to end off this haul from the flash sale. I've heard really wonderful things about this. Now, funny thing here, this actually comes as a recommendation from Leonard Maltin, my favorite film historian and film critic of all time. I love Leonard and his daughter Jessie. They do these weekly live streams on social media, and they're on kind of all the social medias doing their live stream, and so you feel like you have a great conversation with them every week, which is really great. They usually stream on Sundays, and so anyways, this is a set that they recommended, and so I did some research, and I'm very interested, and I'm going to butcher the name here, but this is Pierre Etax or something like that. This is a box set here. As you can see, we get several films: The Suitor, Yo-Yo, As Long as You've Got Your Health, Rupture, Happy Anniversary, Le Grand Amour, Feeling Good, and what was that last one? Land of Milk and Honey. All right, so again, I don't know if I said, this is spine number 655, and yeah, so a box set of sorts here, but this is in a digipack presentation. And this one I already opened. So the reason I'm doing this video kind of so long after the actual flash sale, I received a few damaged items that I had to get replacements on, which isn't a huge deal, but it kind of delayed the filming of this video. Anyway, so this one is already opened, and so I'll just kind of give you a peek. So there's the cover. And then on the inside, you have a nice thick book. And then there's the 2-disc presentation. And you get a nice perfect bound booklet, or more substantial book that are included in that set. So these films, I'll just go through this really quick. Rupture is from 1961, Happy Anniversary 1962, The Suitor 1963, Yo-Yo 1965, As Long as You've Got Your Health 1966, Feeling Good 1966, Le Grand Amour 1969, and finally Land of Milk and Honey from 1971, and a few supplements to speak of on here as well. But definitely excited to have this. Now, they made the recommendation around, Leonard Maltin was making the recommendation based on if you enjoy the work of someone like Jacques Tati, then this was just kind of a natural recommendation. And so that, for me, I love the work of Jacques Tati. I haven't seen all of his films, but Playtime is one of my favorite, more kind of recent discoveries, or at least, in the last couple of years or so. And so I wanted to pick this title up. So Pierre Etax, which I'm positive I'm butchering, but nonetheless, I'm excited to have that in the collection. All right, so our last 4 titles here. First up, this is a new release. One that I know a lot of people have been looking forward to. Now, the box set itself does not have a spine number, but we have spine number 1093, 94, 95, and 96. And this is Melvin Van Peebles, essential films. The films included here are The Story of a 3-Day Past from 1967 with a runtime of 86 minutes. We get Watermelon Man from 1970 with a runtime of 100 minutes. And then we get Sweetback's Badass Song from 1971 with a runtime of 97 minutes. And finally, Don't Play Us Cheap from 1972 with a runtime of 102 minutes. Now, as you can see here, each film gets their own cardboard case inside the outer box here, and then we get a nice perfect bound book as well. Sweetback's Badass Song is a 2-disc set within this box set, and then the other 3 are just single discs. So a 5-disc set in total here. And Watermelon Man is the only double dip here for me. I have the Indicator limited edition release that they put out for that film, but everything else here is brand new to my collection, and just a really healthy amount of supplements here. And we get a 4K digital restoration on all 4 films, approved by filmmaker Mario Van Peebles, with uncompressed mono soundtracks for The Story of a 3-Day Pass, Watermelon Man, and Sweetback's Badass Song, and 3.0 Surround DTS HD Master Audio soundtrack for Don't Play Us Cheap. And then this includes short films. And then there's Badass, a 2003 fictional feature film, and so much more on here. So as you can see on here, I mean, there's just a large list of supplements included here. But really great set from Criterion. Again, these are spine numbers 1093, 94, 95, and 96. And I really dig the cover art here. And then there's the design there on the spine. This looks to be like a really wonderful set. Really looking forward to seeing the transfers on these films and getting to know a lot more about the work of Melvin Van Peebles. All right, last up. So I said these were 3 box sets that I've had my eye on for quite some time, which I most definitely have. This is a series of 3 box sets. There may be more coming. I'm not sure what the future plans are, but this is a project taken on by Martin Scorsese. You probably know what I'm talking about here, but this is Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project. Now, these are ones that most definitely any of the copies that I've ever seen in stores are really beat up, and so I've just never pulled the trigger. That's one reason why I haven't added these to the collection. So I picked these up. Criterion shipped them out, and these are the best condition of these sets that I've seen. So I'm really happy to I didn't even have to send these back to get a better copy, but anyways, so this is volume 1. I'm going to go through the films included really quickly. So again, this is volume 1 here, and this is a dual format edition. I want to mention that. So you get Blu-ray and DVD, and I'm hoping, the only thing that I'm hoping is with these sets that I don't get any floater discs, but we'll obviously see once I open these up later. But here we have Tuki Buki from 1973 with a runtime of 89 minutes. Reeds from 1936 with a runtime of 59 minutes. A River Called Titus from 1973, runtime of 156 minutes. Dry Summer from 1964, runtime of 90 minutes. Trances from 1981, and I believe Trances just got a release of its own outside of this box set in the Criterion collection, if I remember right. Anyways, Trances 1981, runtime of 88 minutes, and finally The Housemaid from 1960, a 108-minute runtime. The spine numbers, now these are again, oh no, the box set itself does have a spine number of 684, and I really like the overall design here. But each of the films have their own spine number as well. So the box set itself is 684, and then we have 685 through 690 for the actual films inside. So that is, it's not volume 1, it's number 1. So Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project number 1. Next up, of course, we have number 2. And this is spine number 873. And then the films in here are 874 through 879. Included are, now I'm going to butcher this one, Insiang, 1976, 94 minutes. Mysterious Object at Noon from 2000, runtime of 89 minutes. Revenge, 1989, with a runtime of 99 minutes. Limite, 1931, with a runtime of 118 minutes. Law of the Border, 1966, runtime of 76 minutes. And finally, Taipei Story from 1985, with a runtime of 119 minutes. Excuse me, let me look back here. So the first number 1 here features new digital restorations of all 6 films undertaken by the World Cinema Project in collaboration with the Cineteca di Bologna, with uncompressed mono soundtracks on the Blu-rays. And then on number 2 here, we have 2K, 3K, or 4K digital restorations of all 6 films, presented courtesy of the World Cinema Project in collaboration with Cineteca di Bologna, with uncompressed mono or 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtracks on the Blu-rays. All right, so a little bit different of a restoration from number 1 to number 2. And then finally, number 3. So this is spine number 1044, and then the films are 1045 through 1050. This is number 3. And the films here included are Lucia from 1968, with a runtime of 160 minutes. After the Curfew from 1954, runtime of 102 minutes. Pixote, from 1980, with a runtime of 126 minutes. Dos Moñes, 1934, with a runtime of 79 minutes. Soleo, 1970, with a runtime of 102 minutes. And finally, Downpour from 1972, runtime of 129 minutes. Here again, we have the dual format Blu-ray and DVD. New Restore 4K digital transfers of all 6 films on here. So that's really great to see. And yeah, unfortunately, the only issue I might have with these, I'm feeling a little bit of movement inside. Hopefully nothing scratched. So maybe I spoke too soon, but the outer condition of these sets is kind of what I was pointing to earlier, that really great to see these in good condition. And each of these have a wealth of supplements included as well. And then they have the perfect bound book on the inside. I'm really looking forward to those box sets because just kind of expanding my scope of world cinema, I think, is really important, that especially those countries with maybe less exposure in terms of their production or what they've added to the world of film and cinema. I'm just really looking forward to diving in and seeing what these films have to offer. So there will be a really wonderful education, I feel like, that's going to come from these box sets. But that's it. That is my haul from the Criterion Flash Sale. some great new releases, some older titles, great box sets. As always, just really impressed with with the work that Criterion is doing. And I'm excited to pick up more titles this month during the Barnes Noble 50% off sale. I've already picked up 4 titles, and there's some more that I'll be getting throughout the month. We have some great new releases coming out this month, including the big one, the one that I'm most excited for, of course, Orson Welles' Citizen Kane coming out on 4K. I've just recently upgraded my not directly here in my office where I watch most of my films, but I do have a 4K TV and a 4K region free player now here in the home, so I have a place to watch 4K discs, and so I'm on board with Criterion for this move to 4K. In terms of upgrading previous releases that I have on Blu-ray that are being upgraded to 4K, I'm not quite at that level where I feel like I'm going to need to upgrade titles. I know we have Mulholland Drive coming out. They've announced Hard Day's Night. Those are instances where there are films that I have in my collection that I don't feel the need to upgrade those immediately unless there's some comparisons done showing that it's just night and day better. But Criterion does such an amazing job with their Blu-rays and the restorations and how they publish to disc, and so I'm just not immediately feeling like I need to do that. But anything new coming out that's being offered in 4K, for sure I'm going to be purchasing in the 4K format, which it looks like there'll be a dual format, at least for the time being, with Blu-ray and 4K included. So I'm here for that for sure. Looking forward to new announcements in the coming months and coming years. Really interested to see what they commit to the 4K format. But yeah, stay tuned for more Criterion Collection Criterion Collection content this month. Really excited to show you what I pick up from the sale. And let me know down in the comments, did you pick up anything from the flash sale? Are you planning on picking up any titles during the Barnes Noble sale? I'm really interested to know and to continue the conversation down in the comments. And until next time, let's keep the conversation on film alive and well.